It's been a while since I've done it. I'm just laughing. It's been a while since I've done an update on this Ukraine situation. I mean, yeah, 1.4 million people are Ukrainians. Yeah, not funny. But I'm talking about the politics, the ignorance, the delusions of the Western elites. All right, apart from the the actual elites who pretty much own the Federal Reserve, and the whole world owes them interest, which is why every country is in debt. Apart from those of a certain religious persuasion, everyone else in Western politics has got there by alphaing themselves at other people's beta expense. Not on merit. No. If it was on merit, we'd have normal people up there, but they're all narcissistic, egomaniac, and above all, the reason why the elites like him is because they are toxic tribalists. Where good and evil is not judged by actual good and evil, but rather by whose side of the fence you're on. If, for example, I think I've said this before, if the cowboys killed an Indian, that's good because the Indians are bad. But if an Indian killed a cowboy, which is exactly the same thing except different because the cowboys invaded their land and started killing them, so it's actually self-defense. But if an Indian killed a cowboy, that's bad because Indians are bad, and that gives the cause for cowboys to kill more Indians. And of course, that is the mindset of the psychopath and Israel, as you know, in Gaza. So with that in mind, is that a speed camera? Don't think so. Not doing the speed limit anyway. So with that in mind, you can understand the psyche of the alpha elite. Let's call them the alpha elite because it rolls off the tongue pretty easily, basically. So you've got a combination of alpha maniacs and psychomaniacs who are just of that religious persuasion. The pedophile fuckers in the West. So anyway, now what happens is, because their whole self-worth, well-being, whole world, the entire universe revolves around being winners and not losers, when they come to negotiate with Russia, they put ridiculous, unhinged, literally unhinged, completely not in reality whatsoever, peace proposals, supposedly negotiating from a position of strength. Oh God. As I've said earlier that they rorted their own military industrial complex, and now they have nothing but overpriced weapons that are completely useless, and they ran out of them, of course, because when they cost ridiculous amounts of money, you're going to run out of them really quickly and can't resupply. So anyway, they got their asses handed to them. Russia is literally giving them their ass to them while they are trying to negotiate from a position of strength. It's like the knight in Monty Python's Holy Grail. He's there with his legs and arms cut off, saying, "Come back, you wimp, fight." That's no hyperbole. That's exactly what we're dealing with. And some people are speculating that it's a 4D chess move by Trump to look for a way out. Well, this isn't working. We're going to give up. Let's pull out now. And that's probably what's going to happen. But Trump's trying to do it in a way where he can actually save face and look like a winner. He's finally gone with the narrative that I proposed, like, immediately on January the 8th or whatever, when he took power, as it's not his war, it's Biden's war. He can disavow it, disown it. But finally, 3 months later, he's doing that after owning the war. Anyway, so it looks like what the hell? Anyway, it looks like the war will end simply because Russia won. No other reason. And they're going to go all the way to whatever boundary that they desire, that they think they can provide a buffer zone with. That buffer zone will be replacing the neutrality of what Ukraine was supposed to be. It'll be a very large buffer, probably probably Russia will take up to the Dnieper River. Considering that the Sumy district up in the north of Ukraine is the closest district to Moscow, and it's the last place you want to put a missile base. Allow the West to put a missile base, so they'll push considerably in that direction, and then there'll be a very wide buffer zone, probably maybe 100 kilometres even, because drone warfare that's the width of the front these days because of drone warfare, and that's pretty much how it's going to go after Trump pulls out, which I think is going to be inevitable to stop getting whipped. And it's got nothing to do with 4D chess. It's got to do with massive amounts of awakening by a bunch of alpha elites